Your dog sees you walk through the door and drops into a bow. Front paws forward, chest low, back end high, tail moving. You call it a stretch. You step over them, put your bag down, check your phone. You just missed one of the clearest things your dog has ever said to you. The playbow is not a stretch. It has never been a stretch. It is a formal greeting signal with a specific biological function documented across wolf populations, feral dog colonies, and domestic dogs on every continent. When your dog drops into that position the moment they see you, they are not loosening their muscles. They are making a declaration. Researchers who study canine communication do not use the word stretch for this posture at all. They call it an invitation, a reset signal, a way of saying, "You are the one I choose to do this for." You came home. Their whole system responded. That bow is what that looks like from the outside. Dr. Mark Bekoff at the University of Colorado spent decades studying play signals in canids. What he found was precise. The playbow is not random. It appears at specific moments, at the start of an interaction, after a moment of tension, and most consistently after a separation. The longer the separation, the more deliberate the bow. Dogs reuniting with owners after 8 hours show a statistically higher rate of playbow display than dogs reuniting after 20 minutes. 8 hours. Your dog counted every one of them, and when the door opened, their body said, "Finally, let me show you what this means to me." But here is what the research revealed that most people never hear. The playbow does not just signal excitement, it signals emotional safety. Bekoff found that dogs only perform the full bow posture toward individuals they have assessed as safe, not toward strangers, not toward animals they are uncertain about. The bow is reserved, it is selective. When your dog bows at you, they are telling you that out of everything in their environment, you are the one they have decided to be fully open with. That is not a stretch, that is a choice. But the bow is only the beginning of what your dog has been trying to tell you. Watch what happens after. Most owners walk past it. The dog follows, and then the paw comes. One paw placed quietly on your arm or your leg. You move it away, they place it again. Dr. Julian Kaminsky at the University of Portsmouth found that this gesture is not random contact seeking. Dogs modulate paw placement based on the emotional state they detect in the person they are touching. When you are stressed, the paw comes more often and with more pressure. When you are calm, it comes differently, softer, held longer. Your dog is not asking for something. They detected a shift in your breathing, your posture, the cortisol signature in your skin, and they are responding to it before you have named it yourself. They noticed before you did. The paw is not a demand, it is a diagnosis, followed by an offering. There is no other animal on this planet that does this for a member of another species with this level of precision and consistency. Then there's the behavior that makes most owners feel ignored. Your dog settles near you, faces away, back completely turned toward you. You call their name, they do not turn around. You assume something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. In canine social structure, turning your back toward another animal is a gesture of absolute trust. It is the deliberate removal of surveillance. It means, I do not need to watch you because I already know what you are. Wolves studied at the Wildlife Science Center in Minnesota show this posture only toward animals they have bonded to completely. It does not appear with strangers. It does not appear with threats. It appears with family. Your dog turned their back to you because you are so deeply known to them that watching you is unnecessary. You are not a variable in their world. You are a constant. The back turn is your dog telling you that you have earned the highest status available to any creature in their life. You are safe enough to stop watching. Now the staring. Not the staring before dinner, not staring at the door before a walk. The other kind, the quiet kind. The kind that finds you across a room, holds your face for 15 seconds, 20 seconds, and asks for nothing. In 2015, researchers at Azabu University in Japan measured oxytocin levels in dogs and owners before and after mutual gaze. What they found restructured how scientists think about the human-dog relationship entirely. Oxytocin, the same hormone that drives mother-infant bonding, elevated in both the dog and the owner during eye contact. The longer the gaze, the stronger the hormonal response in both of them. The longer the gaze, the stronger the response. Your dog is not staring because they want something from you. They are staring because looking at your face does something to their brain chemistry that nothing else in their world replicates. They have found a way to feel the thing that makes them feel most whole, and that thing is you. Every deliberate gaze is your dog choosing to activate that feeling, on purpose, repeatedly, because they know what it does. Here is the one that most owners misread entirely. Your sock is missing. You find it later in their bed, slightly damp, tucked into the blanket they sleep on. You call this naughty. The research calls it something else. A study from Stockholm University confirmed that dogs can distinguish the scent of a specific individual from among hundreds of others after a gap of months. Your worn clothes carry a concentrated signature of you that your dog can access with more accuracy than any photograph or recording. When you are gone, that scent is the closest thing to you that exists in their world. They are not stealing your sock. They are holding something of yours while you are away. The sock in the bed is not misbehavior. It is grief management. And the more bonded your dog is to you, the more likely they are to do it. The research does not describe a difficult dog. It describes a dog who misses someone specific. That specific person is you. Now the part that most owners never connect back to themselves. In 2019, researchers at Linkpeng University in Sweden published a study measuring hair cortisol in long-term dog and owner pairs. Hair cortisol captures average stress levels across months, not a single afternoon. What they found was a direct and consistent correlation. The owner's cortisol level predicted the dog's cortisol level, not the reverse. Your stress over the past 3 months has been living inside your dog's body, not because they are fragile, because they have been monitoring you that carefully, that continuously, with that level of biological precision. A dog who seems anxious, startles easily, or cannot settle is not always a dog with a behavior problem. Sometimes they are a dog carrying what their owner could not put down. The playbow when you come home is not just excitement, it is also a relief. You are back. The cortisol can drop. The vigil is over for another day. If this is changing the way you see your dog, hit subscribe. We make these for owners who actually want to understand their animal. Your dog brings you a toy. Drop it at your feet. You reach for it and they pick it up before you can touch it. You reach again. They back away, carry it in a slow circle, and return. You are trying to read this as a game. It is not always a game. Dr. Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College documented what she calls object presentation behavior in domestic dogs. In many cases, it is not play initiation, it is an offering. Your dog is presenting the highest value item they own to the person they trust most. They wanted you to see it. The act of showing was the entire point. They gave you the best thing in their world for a moment because you walked through the door. The bow came first. The toy came second. Both were for you. The last signal is the quietest. It is the easiest to miss entirely. Your dog lies near you, not on you, not asking for anything, just a present. Then they exhale. One long, slow breath that drops their whole body slightly lower toward the floor. Canine ethologists call this the release sigh. It is distinct from sleep breathing, distinct from the short exhales of physical effort. It occurs specifically in the presence of a bonded individual after a period of proximity. It is not tiring. It is the nervous system telling itself that it can stop monitoring now, that the situation is safe, that the right person is in the room. Your dog just told you that being near you is the signal that everything is okay. They did not need words. They needed you in the room, and their entire physiology responded to that single fact. The bow at the door, the paw placed on your arm when you were carrying something you had not said out loud, the back turned in complete trust, the stare held across a quiet room, the sock carried to bed like something worth keeping, the toy offered and quietly reclaimed, the exhale that drops their whole body when you sit down nearby. None of this is random.
It is a dog who has spent years building a precise and detailed map of one specific person, your schedule, your moods, the sound of your breathing when something is wrong before you have said a single word about it, the difference between your tired footsteps and your settled ones. Your dog did not choose you because you feed them. Feeding is a function. What your dog built with you across all those ordinary mornings and quiet evenings is not a function. It required years of attention and a quality of devotion that most relationships between any species never reach. Every time they drop into that bow at the door, they are saying the same thing they have always been saying. You came back. You are here. Everything I have been holding while you are gone, I can put down now. The stretch was never a stretch. It was always this.